So welcome back. Today, diving back into my 2006 Toyota Tundra, and I got brake issues. So about a couple of days ago, I went ahead and I changed the front brake pads and rotors. They were really low, and the brake rotors were warped. Been on there for about 6 years. Don't do a ton of miles on this truck, but definitely time for a change. Yesterday, went on a trip, and while on the highway, I noticed the vehicle was pulling to the right, and it felt sluggish. I just did a tune-up, so I couldn't imagine it being an engine issue, but I pulled over to one of the rest stops, and when I took a look at it, this one was a little toasty. And when I kind of dove in, this is what I saw. As you can see, kind of got a little bit burnt, got a little bit hot. And what this means is that the brake caliper is sticking, or it could be the brake hose. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and put in a remanufactured caliper and brake hose on this side because it is sticking. And like I said, it was pulling to the right, it felt sluggish. This side was really hot, and the other way that you can also test it is just kind of using one of those infrared or those thermometer, whatever you call those, infrared meters or whatever. I have one. I'll post a picture on the screen, and if you see that one temperature on one side is more than the other, just pointing at the rotor, then you kind of know that you have something that's stuck and or sticking. Now typically I like to get on rock auto, but I'm in a time crunch, had to go to advanced auto. So I picked these up. CarQuest coated brake caliper, remanufactured. I already went ahead and did the driver's side because my recommendation is if you're doing one side, the other side is not too far behind. This vehicle has 160,000 miles on it. So better safe than sorry. Now this is the part number for the driver's side. I think it's one number different. I'll kind of show you when we get over there. So also one thing to keep in mind is before you go out and buy rotors, you need to make sure that you get the right one. So if you go to, what side is it on? I think it's this side. Nope. Go to the back of the rotor, you're gonna see this number. There's 13WL and 13WG. 13WL is for the bigger brake pads. It's better, kind of like an upgrade if I have the old one, but you don't want to mix and match them. So before you go out, make sure you check which number. I think the older Tundras have the 13WG, or if I'm not mistaken, the 16-inch rims. This one is the 17-inch rims, and they have the 13WL. Very important that you check this and put the right ones in. From what I understand, it might not fit right. It will kind of fit, but it won't work right. But anyways, let's go ahead. Let's dive into this side. I've already mostly got everything done, and I'll show you how really easy it is to do brakes on this truck and even change the calipers. So we're on the passenger side, and this is the side giving us the issue. As you can see by the glaze, hopefully the light helps you see it a lot better. But anyways, to get started, my recommendation is go ahead, before you pop these clips off that hold these in place, break these loose. These are 10 millimeters, and I can't recommend this enough. Use a flare wrench. There's one right up over here, and I already broke them loose. And then I just tap these out, pop the clip out, same over here, and the same on the caliper, which is right down over here, as you can see. Yep. And these are 10 millimeters. Now, if you start loosening this and the hose or the tube starts twisting, start working a combination of fire, and juice, go back and forth, because if you twist this, you'll break this, you'll be in trouble. Same thing with that over there, and then you'll have to be running new brake lines. So kind of keep that in mind. Now, as far as the pads, they have these pins, and you'll see this more when I assemble it, but these pins go right through this hose. These pins go right through the hole over here and hold the pads in place, and there's this little clip that holds it from popping out, and there's also kind of a, I want to say it holds it down, or anti-drag clip. You'll see it when we put it back together, but pop this out, slide this out, and the pads come right out. Now, in the back, you have a 17 millimeter right over here, and then one on the bottom. Those are the bolts that you need to come out. Now, typically in most vehicles, you have a caliper bracket and the caliper. This one is like all-in-one built in, which I guess is kind of cool. So 17, and this thing will come right out. So let's go ahead and start disassembling. All right, so let's go ahead and finish loosening this up. I'll get this one out. Pretty sure I loosened this. Yeah, did I? Yeah. And I'm a firm believer that if you change the caliper, change the hose, because I mean, nothing lasts forever. We're right here. So brand new hoses, they do tend to break down. They can clog up. They can create swelling, causing weak pressure and all that type of stuff. So this is going to make a mess. Make sure you have a little drain pan on the bottom. And keep your reservoir full. Now let's get this one, and I thought I loosened it. There it is. Just a little slight crustiness. Not too bad. Man. It's slowly coming. Alright, let's get this out this way, because this thing is like not cooperating for some reason. What in the world? Did somebody mess with this? I have never taken these things apart. Don't know what happened here. But it kind of got stuck there. I don't know if this thing will focus, but the threads don't look bad. We're not using this part, so I guess we're good. Maybe. Alright, so this is our part number BHA 38986. These things are like $25. But with Advance Auto, if you order online from them, you can save up to 20%. Not sponsored. Plus, I get a lot of points from their perks. So that's kind of cool. Well, I take that back. This is bad. There's no threads there to catch onto this. So now we have a dilemma. So, check online, see what the parts stores have. Maybe the dealership has it, but if not, I'm stuck in the water. That's not good. We're back, and it's actually several hours later. So I took that piece apart, and when I took it apart, threads don't look good, but also the tube was clogged. And I don't know if something is stuck in there or it's just corroded inside the tube, but I'm not getting the amount of pressure I should. You can get a little trickle of fluid through it, but it's not. So called around, and I need to have this thing like done ASAP. About an hour and a half away from me, Apex. They have it. These things are like $9 a piece, pretty cheap. So I got it, picked it up. This is the part number. Nobody has this. Nobody local, my dealer local don't have it. So pretty awesome that they have it. And I went ahead and got the driver's side one because I've changed everything else on the front. Might as well change that too. But crazy how this thing is clogged, causing me issues. And then also that, which I think that happened from the previous owner 9-10 years ago, whoever had this truck before me. And then just for whatever reason, I don't know why I have a plug in there. But moving on, let's put this thing back together and wrap this up. So before I left, I went ahead and depressed the brake pedals so to make sure my fluid don't keep running out. So that worked out pretty good. And it's holding. And if you're going to do that, you know, hold it with a seat and a piece of wood or whatnot, make sure you disconnect your battery so you don't kill it. That would be not good. So let's see if we get this in. I know it's kind of hard to see with that in the way, but that's pretty much what we're doing. And let's get our clip in. You know what they say, every tool has a hammer side. Snug this up. I think I can get most of this by hand. Yep. Get nice and snug. Alright, that should be good. These are 17. I already took everything out. Just got loosened them, which I already loosened them, so it's gonna buzz this thing out. Now with this stuck, broken caliper. forget. Yep. But it worked. I'm used to the caliper and caliper bracket just being two different pieces. It's all good. Alright, this is our passenger side one. This is the part number 19-2713. Reman. I don't like the new one, aftermarkets, because they try to reinvent the wheel, and that creates more issues. It was pretty cool. It comes with all the hardware and everything. So, and this thing is pretty. Very nice. So what I need to go ahead and do is just lube up the sliding surfaces. Little sill glide, just like so. Not much. We'll spray our brake rotor. Just in case we got any contaminants on it. Hopefully this thing should be good. It does have the heat marks, but it doesn't feel warped. It doesn't seem warped. So I'm gonna go with, it might not be warped. Well, at this point, my concern is making this thing stop and move better. Alright, let's get this in. Now we can take our new line, start it in over here. Because we got to get this thing kind of set up like that. I wonder if it's the right way or the other way. Should have paid better attention. So this line is not fitting properly, so I'm thinking I have the wrong side on. Yep, that's what it is. Maybe. Yeah, it fits a little better. The angle of the other way was just way off. Yeah, at least I could get it started, so that's what it is. Let's go ahead and tighten this. Let's take our pads, put them back in. Oh yeah, slide smooth. Now the other one, when it was fully depressed, I still couldn't get the pads in properly. So that should have been a red flag. Well, the other caliper, I mean. There we go. Just gotta find the right angle. Alright, so once again, just put a little lube on the pin. Keep everything nice and smooth. Doesn't need much. And this, when these pads are fully depressed, you should be able to move them nice and easy, just like so. There we go. Oop, already forgot. Now this clip goes in this way. So you want this piece right over here to sit up against there. So we're going to slide it in just like so. Same thing over here. Slides through, so that holds it in place. And then we just got to take these little clips, pop them in like that. It should be fairly easy. If yours are tight, just get like a needle nose or something. But mine's are pretty good. And then we'll hold all this together with these little clips. Don't forget them. It's crazy design. This little clip holds all that together. Same thing with the bottom one. Slide that in. Perfect. Should be nice and easy, which they do. We're good to go. So now I went ahead and released the brake. So I'm going to go ahead, open this up, let this gravity bleed just to get it started. And then we'll do a formal bleeding. Other than that, brakes are done and this should be good. So I'm going to go ahead and head to the other side, swap out this metal bracket, and after we bleed this, we'll go for road test and we'll see if my brakes feel any better. And in case I forgot to show this, this is the part numbers. There you go. Like I said, you can't find them at any of the local part stores. You got to order them for the dealer. Relatively cheap, but hey, something to consider. All right, folks, so we're done. It's actually a couple of days later. Went for a test drive and the brakes feel great. They're back to their normal Toyota Tundra-ish. Now, the Toyota Tundra doesn't have the best like brake feel. Apparently there's some upgrades with some Lexus brakes and all that type of stuff, but it's just like the way I got it years ago when I first bought the truck. So I'm happy with that. It stops really good. And the biggest thing I'm noticing too is I got my power back. This thing was hesitant for like a while. And I'm talking to my dad who daily drives this. He also said the same thing. The truck always felt sluggish. And well, pulling to the right, that caliper locking up. So if you have a truck that your brakes are spongy, they're not responding good, or better yet, it just feels really sluggish, check out your calipers. Of course, you know, it got tuned up and all that type of stuff, but definitely consider that. But I'm happy with this, and I do apologize for the lack of video footage during this, but it is 100 degrees in the garage, and as you can see, yeah, drenched in sweat. So me going out and actually recording as much as I want to and actually getting better footage is not going to happen. I just turned off the fan just to do this, and yeah, you see what's going on. So I sweat very easily. It's 100 degrees, so not ideal, but trying the best we can. So with all that being said, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll try to fix something else.